holy? Why not both? I really don't understand why my fellow Christian content creators have such a black and white way of thinking. She's not the first one I've noticed with this kind of thinking, but I feel like so many of my fellow Christians and Christian content creators have this like all or nothing black and white way of thinking. So for example, marriage is meant to make you holy, not happy. Well, why can't it be both? Two things can be true at once. Two things can exist within the same realm. So I'm here to tell you the opposite. I'm here to tell you that marriage can absolutely make you holy and happy. I've been married for 2 years, and I don't know what everyone else is doing out here, but I married the love of my life. I married a man that I am so thrilled to wake up to every morning. I love falling asleep next to him at night. He is my person. He is my safe place. He is truly my other half. I love laughing with him. I love sitting on the couch and staying up late talking about life and God and the mysteries of the universe with him. I love daydreaming about our future together. I love everything that we do together. I have been waiting my whole life to meet this person. I have prayed so many prayers to meet this person, and I am so glad that he is finally in my life. I know that sounds, mushy and all of that, but I just wanted to show the opposite because I feel like so many Christian content creators are also out here making marriage look like it is miserable and like a life sentence. I mean, I see so many reels and TikToks and videos of people talking about how marriage is hard and full of struggle and arguing. So it shows me that if your marriage is miserable right out the gate, that you either didn't go to marriage counseling and work through some of those common issues, or you just didn't know each other very well. And I mean, I saw her love story, and they did that whole thing where they met and then got engaged like 7 months later. So kind of proves my point that y'all didn't really know each other before you decided to spend a lifetime together. And so, I mean, my husband and I, we dated for a whole year before we got engaged, and then we were engaged for maybe like half a year after that. So I don't have too much room to speak, I realize, but I feel like that extra, 5 months helped. But anyway, yeah, I would just say to content creators like this, just speak for yourself. If that's your experience, again, I'm really sorry. But to throw out these really bold blanket statements like, marriage is meant to make you holy and not happy, just makes marriage sound miserable and can really deter people from wanting to get married. Because the funny thing is, these are the same kind of Christians that harp on the fact that no one is getting married and people are just fooling around and shacking up and no one wants to commit and no one wants to settle down and everyone's getting divorced and the institution of marriage is just ruined. But then they'll make reels like this that are like, our marriage was hard right out the gate. It's like, well then yeah, no one's gonna want to get married when you make content like that and when you make marriage seem like a chore and like a life sentence. So anyway, I'm here to show you the opposite. I'm here to show you that marriage is a beautiful and wonderful thing. Can it be challenging? Sure. Marriage is not a life sentence. It's not here to make you miserable. In fact, a lot of these Christian content creators seem to forget one of my favorite verses in the Bible, which is Jesus saying to us, I have come to you that you may have life and life abundant. And to me, an abundant life looks like having a marriage that can do both, that can make me holy, that can make me more like Christ, that can make me more compassionate and kind and humble and selfless. But I can also have a marriage that makes me happy. I can have a marriage full of adventure and joy and positivity and encouragement. Both can exist at the same time. And later she kind of did a Q&A following up on this reel because of course it garnered a lot of questions, and she expanded on her thoughts about how, well, marriage shouldn't be the only source of your happiness. So many people get divorced because they say, I'm no longer happy. I get that, and I agree with that. Of course, marriage should not be the end-all be-all. It should not be the source of your only happiness. You should not put that pressure on your significant other to be the source of your joy and happiness. That is way too much pressure to put on anyone else, and marriage is not going to be the only source of happiness in your life. But should it make you happy? Yes, absolutely. So again, to content creators like this, please speak for yourself. Please don't throw out these big blanket statements acting like you're the, end all be all when it comes to marriage advice. Marriage can absolutely make you happy and holy. Two things can exist at the same time.